Got some business to take care of. See you later.
Women. I hate to break it out to you, but Salazar's dead.
Yes, it seems that way.
Sadler, why don't you give up and let Ashley go home?
Perhaps you are disillusioned with overconfidence, just because you killed my small-time subordinate.
Sadler, you're small time.
Oh. Writhe in my cage of torment, my friend.
From big cheese to small time.
From big to small, it's perfect. I'm pretty loaded up on ammunition and health items. I think I'm pretty prepared to handle everything. Also, it looks much nicer when it's organized. I'm sure it'll stay this way through this entire last part of the game.
For these entire next 2 minutes.
More accurate than you think. But this is the last realm of the... realm's so funny, put away to put RE4, but it is the last area of RE4, known as the island. We're moving away from the normal James Bond thing. Well, there maybe is a little bit of it on one part. But we're doing a combination of military horror, which I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of that genre, but you know. This part is gonna definitely have its moments of scary, and other parts where you're like, oh, I'm fighting dudes, But yeah, run past this part. The new gem of this area are emeralds. I believe they sell for 3,000 apiece. Not too bad of a deal. Once you cross this area, you'll have a good idea of what kind of nonsensical enemies we fight on the island a lot of times.
Her.
Wait, Ashley, you heard me? I did nothing to stop it. Anyway, there's a choice you can make here that I like to do, just because it stops the cinematic, but it also kind of slows down the spawning of this kind of tough enemy, is if you shoot out the spotlight up here. So if it spots you, it automatically kind of creates aggro, and they don't hear that necessarily. The thing is that I find about the military area in particular is that we kind of moved from this like ostentatious, detail-designed castle with like paintings and unusual structures and things like this, and this goes more for like the worn-torn, kind of boring architecture.
Yeah, very drab.
There's also the thing about these enemies now is that they run a lot faster, and unfortunately, because it has been a little bit of between the last one to this one, I haven't played in a hot second, so I'm a little rusty. It'll eventually resolve itself, I promise. There's also, you hear this buzzing sound. It's my least favorite sound in the game, but one of the new weapons that enemies carry are like stun batons. They're electric sticks that when they hit you, they make you stun and then fall to the ground. So these around here somewhere, but it's also messing with that mixing thing. Here we go. This pretty much defines this zone of the game. So run backwards. These guys are annoying. Mainly because they only seem to really stun very, like, commonly when you shoot them in the head, but their animations make that a little bit difficult.
Luckily, he doesn't know where you are.
Yeah. So I try to shoot this guy in the head a lot, but see, he does a lot of damage.
Wow.
Yeah, those health items, oh, they're not gonna last long. But this is another area where, once again, automatic, or at least semi-automatic rifle is MVP. And because they knew that the third parasite was shit, they all went back to the one parasite, which are the worst ones.
But they couldn't get rid of it is the problem.
Yeah. Mainly because those other ones kept on popping out and just dying on their own. See, he can even shoot me when he can't see me.
I call bullshit on that one.
I guess if you just fire every bullet you have in a random direction, eventually you'll hit someone.
Oh, hello.
Just leaps at me like a koala. This is a good area because you can knock him to that little water spot right there, and nobody can swim, apparently.
Wait a minute.
They decided to get the voice over these guys like a lot more monstery. So like the old ones, they at least sounded like humans. Here they just lower their pitches to like the lowest they can, so you hear these like sort of sounds. So some shield guys gather around here. Weird for them to have shields and like camo, but still no guns outside the chain gun guy. But these guys are kind of like a combination of everyone. So you're getting people with the ball and chain from the church. You got people with throwing axes from the village. And then these new weapons. So enemies are a little tougher. They do jump more money because of that, though. So, and we're going to need all of it because all the upgrades from this point on are very expensive. Oh, shit. Damn collision. Oh, I didn't mean to block that, but I'll take that.
No me.
Yeah, that looks fun. Let me try. So many guys head burst in this part. I fucking hate it. There we go. Now, if you notice, that wasted a lot more ammo than it should have. But oh well. Now this area has kind of a simple puzzle that I putz around with for a bit because I forget to do the main important thing for the puzzle to start. See, this is what happens when you think you remember everything about a section and then you forget the most important thing about it. Oh man, I am wasting a ton of machine gun rounds. I'm looking back, like, I am at least doing better at this part, at least ammo-wise, than I have done in the past. As I mentioned, like, there were many runs, especially in the beginning, where I was just convinced the TMP wasn't worth it for one reason or another. And because of that, like, I would get to this part and be like, all right, let's solve this problem. I have 2 sniper bullets, no shotgun rounds, and 50 pistol rounds, and I'm not going to see any ammo anytime soon. All right, this will go great. I'm trying to remember, it's like, why didn't the light work? I gotta adjust the other one. As much as I've been talking about, like, how good some graphic parts on it, like, if there's one sign of, like, the age of these is, like, this looks like a mid-2000s level to me.
The wall textures are visibly stretched.
And it's just, and also just the layout of things, how it looks like a lot of geometric shapes kind of stacked on each other.
I do get a little bit of a post-GoldenEye feel from this.
Yeah. One of the other James Bond games. I mean, we played a couple of those ones.
Yeah.
So this is a laser puzzle. Don't know why they hide a door behind a laser puzzle with mirrors. It's just strange. As you may guess, the whole point is we need to go up these 2 ladders and adjust the lasers to fire back at the door. Again, I don't know who made these. It certainly wasn't small time.
Just puts his face in his hand.
This guy's such a fucking loser. They need to, eventually I just wish he just gets smaller and smaller with each description, just like little baby time.
Don't call me small time!
How dare you? Oh, I can't believe it. As he's saying and he's causing him to shrink, his power's incredible. Well, good to see you again, Tiny Time. I feel offended! He can't, you know, they can't kidnap Ashley anymore because they're getting too small to carry her. Beyond, this is Hannigan! Oh god, I've shrunk you too.
No, I'm just at a party. We got helium balloons.
Those are whippets. Shit! So I know there's a dude waiting to cause some shit around here. Wonder if they're gonna hit me with some kind of trap. That's a bad way to go.
It'd be a worse way to go if he was in the middle of the backflip.
Yep. Oh god, just split him down the middle and the bottom. Oh god. It just cracks right on his balls. Ha! Thought you got me, huh? There's always a guy waiting around that corner, and as soon as you pop around, unless you shoot him immediately, he will get you. Just gotta get used to that now. That is the thing about this, is this, like, there's so much more of a higher respawn of these parasite heads. And my supply of flash grenades kind of becomes non-existent for the most part. There are in these areas a lot of corners, so sometimes I will go back and double check because some of these areas do hide some different treasures and such, but you know, it's sometimes hard to tell with the textures they got. What is this guy guarding?
My mace.
It's my maze. Buttery biscuit maze.
Buttery biscuit.
Buttery biscuit. I shot his foreskin off of that one.
No, you know how I feel.
So this area is full of
Bongos.
yeah, bongos and people that are missing their techno concerts over there. The party's over there. These guys always seem to run at you. They're a bit of a problem, but they're all walking this time, so I'm taking advantage of it.
Does the gas mask signify anything?
It's not really. It's that classic thing where sometimes they'll change a little thing about them to make them a different enemy type. They don't do anything too differently. I mean, I guess maybe they're a little more aggressive or something. Here's a hint to one of the hidden areas with a treasure in it. It's not that hard to find, but just as a good hint to look for a way to get through here. And we'll solve it through the most comfortable way by shooting barrels. There's a hole through here. They just have a pit trap over here for some reason. And we're gonna get the final kind of treasure that we can increase with gems, which is the golden links. Quickly in this level, you will get all 3 gems. This is one of the situations, once again, my impatience wins over and I forget to complete it, but you know.
Well,
whatever, I beat it.
you go down with your friends.
Hi, guys.
Another one of these Christmas fuckers.
He puppets his medication. That does make sense. Now you two get along. Oh god, thank god she's not here as he looks around suspiciously. So you shouldn't run through the spot, but I got RPG'd, I'm fine.
I mean, you either take it yourself or you take him with you.
I mean, it did work, it killed him. See, this is how you know I'm a little rusty right now. Also, you might notice at some points where I accidentally open up the map. It's because I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring lately, and I forget that triangle does nothing in this game except for open the map. So there's a bit of bumblefuckery going on right now, I apologize.
Oh, right in the fire.
Oh, come on! Every enemy's gonna do that now. See? Oh, wait. Oh, well, there we go. If there's anything, those gas mask guys seem to do that a lot. This area also has, like, just continually spawning people, which is a little... Oy. Get away from my ammo.
I didn't want it.
That would be funny if they did a normal voice, but it did through the...
What the fuck, man?
They cut to one guy, he's just eating a big Subway sandwich.
Through the mask.
Yeah. That'd be a new way to consume things. Let's, you know, shove a sandwich into your gas mask. I think I was dealing with my cat at this point because I remember early in this recording process, my cat was doing everything to rub itself against where all the cables were. Sierra was like, this run is too shitty. We need to start over. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll make it. Oh god, hurry up. No, I guess I'm fine.
What? Okay.
Unless dynamite guys are above you, they are useless.
Oh, suplex back.
Yeah. I had to test it. It was like, oh god, please tell me at least I still have that. Oh, he's sunk into the floor. What a good defense. Now, we do want to go back through this area because there are a couple little hidden nooks and crannies that contain some treasure for us. I just don't quite remember where they are. As I said, this part has probably the least amount of my memory because I honestly blame because it is a little bit of a forgettable part of the game. As I said, there will be parts I certainly do remember that will be coming up, but like these areas where you're just walking through and shooting dudes, it's like, There's guys that crawl up here. If you go around this side, a very easily missed cave is there. You could run up here at the beginning of that little siege, but it's always full of guys, including this guy who just wanted to hang out. Oops. That was just a bad shot on my part. No, that was a warning. I think that's the last one. Cool. There's a part coming up that I want the ammunition for. It's like probably one of the stupidest designed part that doesn't make any sense in this level. It's just kind of goofy. I would say compared to like the fun goofy that some of the castles, this one goofy part is goofy, but it's also annoying. You'll see. Well, we're getting there.
Like in a way that doesn't save it.
Yeah, well, you move past the gimmick as soon as you see it, you kind of get a chuckle, and then like if you don't play it right, you're just like, oh man, this blows. All right, you want to give me some of the ammunition, pal? No. It's mine.
Welcome.
Oh, I just enlisted.
Got some rare things.
Do you want to give me 20?
He always just says that, I got some rare things, and I open up and he has the same shit, so I'm like, you're a fucking liar.
What are you buying?
Anything new? He does have one new thing, which is the Killer 7. It is another version of a Magnum, pretty much universally reviled by the Resident Evil 4 universe of being just kind of a weaker version of the Broken Butterfly. What I like about it, and it's the only thing I like about it, is that it's named after one of the games that Capcom released called Killer 7, which was a weird niche game that eventually became like the framework for a lot of games by, I believe it's Grasshopper.
I think so, yeah. Suda 51.
Yeah, Suda 51 stuff. So like that was one of his first bigger, big projects for a big studio. It didn't do that well, but it was enough to at least get it a mention in this game, so.
I played a little bit of it. It's interesting.
Yeah, most Grasshopper games I would describe as that. So yeah, this is, once again, like, just because they run towards you, it's just better just to do the rifle thing right here. I think I also have the most ammunition in rifle. I think the game knows what I want to do.
Are some of those guys dressed in prison outfits?
It looks like it. You get the gist, and you'll see kind of when going inside is that, and this is pretty common for RE games, is that the last level fits into the concept of a laboratory. So even though this is a military base, once we go inside, we get the sense that this is some sort of like research facility for all the bullshit they do here. So I imagine prisoners that they've done experiments on become the masked dudes. Dumpsters. Makes me miss Ashley. Even has a breathing hole just for her.
It's the only way I can relate her to anything.
When I hear the word dumpster, I just think Ashley. I love this guy's medicine shop. Eventually it'll work. Yeah, I've noticed almost every single one of these dudes we've killed has turned into a parasite head. Just won't die. I wonder how I run out of ammo so fast. Cans and jars, all perished, remind me of my days in the ORE. Cool. We learned a new fact. I don't know what the ORE is, but apparently he was there. Trying to read that sign. It says Bobby, shit. It's like Bobby Pearls.
ORE, Ol Raccoon.
I love playing these games at this time. Keeps me sane. Ew. Look at these GameCube maggots. Also look out for the most dangerous enemy in all of RE4. Oven Man. just pops out. Even like Leon's just like, what was he doing in here? I don't.
He hasn't quite grasped that some of these people aren't fully cognitively there.
Well, he maybe thinks he has the same thought process as them. Like, I wouldn't do that.
But I sure would love a steak.
Anyway, let me reach into the sink and pull out a grenade.
I would do that.
He seems offended. Also, this area introduces an enemy that just doesn't belong in this game.
What the fuck?
It's like a giant dude with a mace and football armor. It's like if Mad Max had a child with Super Mario World. And the big thing about them is that they're very fast for some reason, and they only seem to die if you shoot them in the head. You can knock them down all you want with a shotgun in the body, but it just bounces off of them.
Linebacker.
I have to run past him to grab the flag post. Sorry. They're not that tough necessarily, but the biggest problem they have is not necessarily their build, but they just seem to close the distance on you super fast. I got one of the gems that goes into the links. Play this called the Jewel of Fate. They each have these kind of overly dramatic names. I think one's like the Jewel of Greed and things like that. I like their chill room where they have like bags of like Frito-Lay's potato chips and just a pile of meat. Hold on, Ashley, I'm organizing.
Priorities, Ashley.
Look at all of my plants. They're doing great. Want to get on some of this wine? How does she know I'm here? How's her voice carrying this far?
Maybe she's just assuming at this point. You haven't let her down before, except that one time she died.
There's people just standing next to the door just going like, Jesus Christ. Why don't you just go over there and say your name's Leon, then she'll shut up. I just realized I have like no pistol ammunition. That's not good. I upgraded, well, thank God I read my mind. I personally built that up as like the most upgraded thing I have, and I have no ammo to fire with it at the point other than that.
Ashley. creatures. Just hang in there, Ashley. I'm coming for you.
And that basically sets up a point where we know she's in a prison cell to be saved.
Wait, sorry, I did the wrong. Ashley!
He starts just running down the hallway screaming back. Eventually just Ashley's like, God, won't he shut up? Why do people do that?
Breakfast Club style. I want to be an Ashley saver.
Changer. He shows up, he starts doing that dance from Breakfast Club, going back and forth in front of the door.
One step beyond thing.
Yeah. They should do it. If they do that, they should cut to the surveillance camera of him doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to be concerned, terrified, or... fuck it.
Oh, fuck it. Jumps in, joins them.
Yeah. You know, they had all the different characters. Now I like to imagine that all the bosses, Leon, and hell, let's bring back any of the characters who've died so far and have them basically form the Breakfast Club.
But as they died.
Yes.
Salazar's still the big monster.
Louis still has a hole in his chest. I'm sorry, Louis.
Louis.
King Louis. God. Leon's such an asshole. I just think about it every time I think of these, like, oh, he's such a jerk. Anyway, let's see what Tiny Time ends up doing with us once we get to him.
I am the ruler of all things.